Call me cruel, but if you haven't heard about the two individuals who were killed by a self-proclaimed militia kid, 17 years old, if you haven't seen the story, apparently this 17-year-old kid was literally, apparently, I guess he was enacting in vigilantism. He was carrying, I think it was an AR-15, or in this case they call it a long gun. I think it was an AR-15 to be more specific. Could be wrong, but the point, it was a rifle. He was walking around. He was walking around Kenosha with a rifle. Of three leftists, three Black Lives Matter quote unquote protesters, and I'm gonna say rioters from this point on. Three Black Lives Matter rioters attacked the kid. The kid defended himself, shot shot three of his attackers, killed two of them. One was shot in the head, one was shot in the chest, and the other was shot in the bicep. Two of those are dead, but to be honest with you, I do not feel bad for those two people at all. Want to know why? Because they were out there destroying property. They were out there causing mayhem. If they really cared about their well-being, they wouldn't have picked up fight with a person carrying a firearm. That's what happens. Like I said, call me cruel, but I don't feel bad for those two who died. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. Why? Because of the hatred that I have for the group itself, or in this case, the group that they belong to. Now, this video is going to be talking about not just what's going on in Kenosha, but the dangers of the cycle of hatred and why you never engage in hateful acts to push your agenda. There's a reason why Martin Luther King succeeded in gaining civil rights and getting better civil rights for the black community and minorities during the 60s. There's a reason why Martin Luther King is held up in a higher regard in history compared to Malcolm X. Because hatred is not going to get your movement anywhere. Hatred isn't going to help you and the people you think are being oppressed to get a better standard of living, or in this case, get better lives. When I think of Black Lives Matter, I don't think of people who march with Martin Luther King. I don't think of people with that sort of ideology. When I hear Black Lives Matter, all I think of are riots, destruction, violence, chaz, chop. That's all I can think of. Why? Because that's all they've been doing for the last 3 months. That's all they've been doing. So like I said, call me cruel. But when these two Black Lives Matter rioters get killed because they decided to think, because they thought that they were going to act tough and they thought they were tough guys and they got shot, they died, I don't feel bad at all. The guy who got wounded, I don't feel bad either. I don't. I'm sorry. But you've lost my sympathy. I don't feel bad for you anymore. And here's the thing. Leftists are literally saying, we demand justice for the people he killed. We demand justice for the person he injured. Really? You want to talk to me about justice? You want to talk to me about what is fair? Well, here's the thing, Black Lives Matter. You want justice for the two members that were killed. Well, what about this person's justice? What about the dad who lost his son because of your Black Lives Matter Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone or the Chas/Chop? What about his justice? Your organization, your people killed his son. What about his justice? Now, apparently, this man is suing, it's literally suing $3 billion against the government. Apparently, I guess $3 billion in total, local and state. But what about this man's justice? You want justice for the two people that were killed on your organization and the one person that was injured? You want justice for your three members? What about the justice for this father who lost his son by your hands? You killed this father's son. You killed his son in cold blood. Where's his justice at? You really think when he thinks of Black Lives Matter, he's gonna think of your organization in a positive light? I don't think so. But that's the theme of this video, hatred. The reason why I don't feel bad for these three rioters getting what was coming to them. Two of them getting killed, one of them getting injured. The reason why I don't feel bad for them at all is because of the hatred that I have for these people now. They're destroying neighborhoods. They're attacking innocent people. They're killing innocent people. You expect me to care when three of their members get shot? No. But that's because of the hatred that they've passed on to me. Hatred is a disease. Now, I don't know if you guys watch a lot of anime, But there's one particular villain that I have, in this case, that I think is one of my favorites of this anime, and that is Pain from Naruto Shippuden. Now, Pain, he says a speech about the cycle of hatred. Now, Pain in the speech, he has destroyed Naruto's home village. He's killed a lot of people. And Naruto tells him that he shouldn't be talking about peace. But Pain tells him his motives as to why he's destroying Naruto's home village. It is because Pain is seeking justice for what the Leaf Village did to his village when he was a younger kid. The Leaf Village destroyed Pain's village, and Pain is only killing the people in that village and destroying it in the name of justice. And in the end, he says, if vengeance can be justice, then that justice can only fuel more vengeance, and it creates an endless cycle of hatred. These people, these Black Lives Matter rioters, they quote unquote are seeking justice for George Floyd, but how are they coming about it? Killing people, attacking people, hospitalizing people, stealing, looting, chaos, destruction. Do you really think people are gonna look at this and say this is justice? No. The people they are hurting, they're gonna want justice. And how is that gonna happen? They're either gonna do it the legal way, or they're gonna do it through illegal ways. In this case, taking in this case, becoming vigilantes for that matter. Like I said, if vengeance can be justice, and only justice it is only gonna fuel further vengeance. So I don't feel bad for the 3 guys who got shot. I don't, because they're full of hate. They passed on that hatred to me. I hate this organization, so I do not feel bad for it. So these leftists want justice for the 3 members. I must ask you again, what about this father's justice? Where's his justice? What about the black firefighter who had his business destroyed when the riots barely started back in May? He started his own business. They burned it to the ground. Where is his justice? Where is his justice? Black Lives Matter wants justice for those 3 members that got shot, 2 of them killed. But where's the justice for this car dealership owner who literally sustained $1.5 million in damages after just the first night of riots? Where is their justice? Black Lives Matter, you are the last person who has the right to say you want justice for 3 of your members getting shot, 2 of them getting killed. Don't come coming to me and saying you want justice for 2 of your members who got killed. All you've been doing these last 3 months is killing people, hurting people, destroying businesses, destroying livelihoods. That's all you've been doing. So don't you dare come to me and tell me you want justice when 2 of your members got shot and killed. Because you're the ones who have been perpetrating this hatred. And the only thing you're getting out of this is people to hate you back. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad for the 2 people who lost their lives, and I definitely do not feel bad for the guy who got shot and got wounded. I don't. Call me cruel, call me heartless, but that's what happens. When I think of Black Lives Matter, I don't think of nice people holding hands and singing Kumbaya, or in this case, people who believed in Martin Luther King's message. All I see is rioters, thugs, criminals, thieves, looters. That's all I can think of when I think of Black Lives Matter. So Black Lives Matter, you want to tell me about justice. You want to preach to me. You want to preach the everyday American about justice. I'm going to ask you one more time. What about this father's justice, whose son died at your hands? The blood of his son is on your hands. Where is his justice? And I sure as hell hope this dad wins his lawsuit against the local jurisdiction, which is Seattle, and hopefully the entire state government. Hopefully he wins that lawsuit, because he deserves that justice. Where's his justice? I mind you, his son is not coming back. You want justice for your 2 members who got killed and the other one who got shot? What about this black firefighter whose business you destroyed? Where's his justice? What about the car dealer whose business you destroyed? Where's their justice? You're the last person, you're the last group to be speaking about justice. Because what you've been doing is nothing but chaos, nothing but criminal acts. You want to come to me talk about justice? Change your methods, become peaceful protesters, not the peaceful protesters that CNN and MSNBC label you as. No, become the protesters that followed Martin Luther King. Until then, you do not have the right to lecture me about justice.